Okay, guys, so we are discussing our characterization of Richard Wright in Black Boy. So Richard Wright is our main character, as we know. He's our good guy. Does anyone remember, tell me with a hand, what we call the good guy in a story? Corin.
The protagonist.
The protagonist, awesome. So Richard Wright, he's our protagonist in this story. We're talking about characterization. Someone remind me with a hand, what are 5 types of indirect characterization that we have in a story? 5 types, yes, Quentin?
Speech, thought, action, looks, and effects.
Effects, awesome, that was great. Good job. Okay, so we have steal, okay, speech, thoughts, effects on others, actions, and looks. So, in order to characterize or give the characterization of a story in a character, or of a character in a story, excuse me, we have to think about their speech, their thoughts, their effects on other people, their actions, and their looks. Okay. So our protagonist, Richard Wright, he's a little boy so far from what we know in our story. He hasn't grown up quite yet. But I want to talk about, what was that, Tiana?
I said in his head, he thinks he's grown.
In his head, he thinks he's grown. That's right. I want to talk about his characterization. So what do we think about Richard Wright's personality? So my first question is based on Richard Wright's speech, the way that he talks to other people. What do you think about his personality? Yes, ma'am.
I think he like real blunt, like nonchalant. He really don't. He care, but he don't really care. Like he say whatever comes to his mind.
Okay, he says whatever comes to his mind. Yes, ma'am.
He can be calm at times, but like he's a very violent person when people make him mad and stuff.
Okay, and you can tell that through his speech.
His actions.
His actions.
And his actions too. Okay. Yeah, right over there.
Like he seemed in some ways stuck up. He don't back down from nobody violent, as she said. Like he don't care.
Awesome. I like that everyone, yes, thanks for that. I like that everyone is giving their thoughts. Let's go to specific examples, specific things maybe that Richard Wright has said. You don't have to give me the exact words from the text, but like which conversation with which exact people has he been violent or whatever in this manner like you've been talking about? Yeah, Fiona.
In the first second when he was talking to his brother about what his father had said to him, he was like, well, he said this and so I'm going to do what he told me to do. He was being violent and nonchalant at that point in time.
Ooh, nonchalant. Okay, I love the use of the vocab word there. Yeah, Sean.
When he was talking to his auntie Jody, he cussed and she asked him what he say, and
Okay.
he said he didn't care.
Yeah, okay, he cussed. Can anyone else think of a time in the story where his speech was showing that he was cussing? Alexis, I know you know this.
When he was arguing with his Aunt Addie.
He was arguing with his Aunt Addie who was cussing. I'm thinking more specifically of a time where he was cussing and this was like a big deal for him. Yeah?
It wasn't an argument, but when he was in school saying the bad words.
He was saying bad words in school. I remember that too. Yep, got snaps for that. Yeah, Deandra.
When he was, what you call it? Not like basically a bar.
Yeah.
He was repeating what they were saying. He was cussing them.
Okay, so can anyone remember what was getting him to cuss so much when he was a little kid? Yeah, who else?
He was poor and he wanted money.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, he cussed for money.
Absolutely, he was being paid.
What did you say to alcohol too? Because he got addicted.
Okay, he was also getting addicted to alcohol, okay, when he was 6 years old. Yes, sir.
Another time when he was cussing, when he went to his neighbor's window and wrote the bad words.
Oh, okay.
With the
Yeah,
soap.
okay. I remember that too. He was writing bad words on neighbors' windows in soap, right? Okay. So based on his speech, we've gotten so far that he's kind of nonchalant, okay? He's sort of a bad kid, which doesn't necessarily make him a bad person. But he's a bad kid. Okay. He's blunt. Okay, true. Let's move on to our second way that we can tell the personality of a character. It's not speech, but what is it? Thoughts. Okay. This one is harder. This is a harder one to determine in a story because we have to be reading what Richard Wright says, what he's thinking of. Okay. This is a lot harder. Can anyone think of any time where Richard Wright is thinking about something, and that reveals something about his personality to us. I'll give you a second to think about that. His thoughts that reveal his personality to us. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I don't know if it's right, but when him and his auntie had got into it, like, he kept thinking that she was going to come back after him, so he slept with the knife under his pillow.
Okay, yes, absolutely. Okay, I like that. Snaps.
Snap.
Snaps, right? Awesome. Do you have one too? No. Okay. We'll go right there and then right there.
I wouldn't call it thoughts, but the time when he got hit with the wet rag and he went and hid.
The time he got, well, okay. Are you talking about when he's a little kid and he hides under the...
Yeah, when he was up under there and he kept thinking that somebody would hit him again if he came out.
Okay. Okay. Alexa.
I think the time when he was at the foster home and he was thinking about running away.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what does that tell us about his characterization, about his personality?
He's strong-minded.
He's strong-minded. Did you just say he's crazy? Okay, maybe he's crazy. Okay, he's kind of a crazy kid, especially if he's letting, people... Yeah. Yeah. So he's letting people pay him to drink and to cuss and stuff. Yeah.
And then when he was at the foster home, when he did run away, like, he got so far, and then he started thinking, like, how was his mom and stuff feel about it? About him leaving and stuff. So he was kind of being thoughtful at that time.
He was being thoughtful at that time. Okay, awesome. Do you have one more comment? We'll take one more comment on the
This
thoughts.
was about the question, the first one.
Okay.
Before that.
Yep.
I think that he feels he can get away with whatever he wants and not have to pay a consequence.
Okay.
That's just
Yeah, okay. So, awesome. Where specifically in the text do you find that? Give a specific example, if you can.
When his grandmother tried to slap him and he doesn't, she fell down the stairs.
Okay. It's a funny part of the story, right? Like, I mean, it's not supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be like dramatic, but sometimes we find those things funny. Okay. Bringing it back in. Guys, make sure you're not talking when other people are talking. Third thing. We did speech, thoughts, third thing. We have STE. Effects on others. Very good. Okay. What can we tell about Richard Wright's personality based on the way that he affects other people throughout the story so far? Yes, ma'am.
Like, his auntie, after that little situation, like, she kind of felt a whole type of way about him. Like, it was like she kind of played like he wasn't even there. Like, she ignored him in school. She was real mean to him at the house.
Okay. Yeah, so he's not very nice to Aunt Addie. In fact, she says at one point that she wants to kill him, right? Let's make sure all of our heads are up off of our desks, please, and thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, ma'am.
He made them, not worried, but he made them angry because they want him to be a Christian, but he an atheist, and he don't believe in God.
Okay, yes, definitely. That's a big one in this story, right? So he makes Aunt Addie and his grandma feel pretty horrible. They're scared, right? Because they think that they're going to be forever like burning in hell because Richard Wright is not wanting to prescribe to their religion, correct? Any other effects on other people that Richard has had that tells us about his personality? Yes, sir.
Never mind, I forgot.
Never mind, you forgot. That's okay. Corn.
The one when he was selling the newspapers to people.
That's a big one, okay? That's a big one. When he's selling newspapers to people. Corn, what kind of newspapers is he selling?
It was the Ku Klux, I don't know how to say it.
The
The Ku Klux Klan. Okay, he's selling these newspapers around his like majority African American community that are preaching like Ku Klux Klan doctrines. Okay, so he's selling like pro Ku Klux Klan propaganda to a whole bunch of African American people, right? So what kind of effect do you think that this has on the community? Anyone? Sorry.
It had a bad effect. And this old man was telling him, he had asked him, why was he selling them and where he get them from? Because it was basically telling the white people to black people.
Exactly. Okay. He's having a horrible effect on his community. people are actually afraid of him at this point because they think that he's part of or working for the Ku Klux Klan or whatever. So that might be a negative effect that he has on people. Do you guys think? Let's do this. If you think he overall has a good effect on people, you're gonna put your thumbs up. If you think he has an overall very negative effect on other people, you're gonna put your thumbs down. At this point in the story.
What if it's like,
If it's both, we'll just go in the middle.
Like this.
So let me see your thumbs. Okay. So we have a whole lot of indifferent people who think both. Okay. I would say most people would say both. Put your hand up if you said in the middle, both, so that we can get an idea. It's most people. Okay. Most people on this list. Cool. So characterization so far based on his effect on others. Maybe he's affecting others in a positive way. Maybe he's affecting them in a negative way. Okay, it could be both. Let's move on to our next one. We did speech, thoughts, effects. Next one is actions. Okay, his actions. This one there's a lot that we've already talked about, but someone come up with a few different actions that he's done that can tell us something about his personality. Let me give you a second to think so that we can get some more hands up of people that we haven't heard from. What are some effects of his actions? Quentin.
When he had fought with 2 boys on the first day of school.
Okay, that was an action, right? He fights with 2 boys on the first day of school. What does this tell us about his characterization, about his personality?
He a bad boy.
He's a bad boy, okay? Does anyone have anything to add to that? Fiona.
He doesn't back down from anything because he could have told the boy, oh no, I'm not going to knock that off your shoulder. You can take it back off your shoulder. He knocked it off his shoulder and then dropped it.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't back down. Okay, he refuses to back down. Sean.
He punched the little boy while the teacher was right there.
He punched the little boy while the teacher is right there. Okay, snaps for that. That's hilarious, right? What does that tell us about a kid who's willing to punch a kid right in front of a teacher?
he ain't got no respect.
Okay, he doesn't have.
He don't
He's not
show no
respectful. He's disrespectful, right? He wants to fit in.
The man was lying on him, or the boy was lying.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe he's not maybe he's disrespectful, but maybe what else does this reveal about him?
He
can't like
know
people
when to
around.
do right.
He wasn't
Okay, hold on. Put your hand up, one person at a time. Yeah, Fiona.
He doesn't know when is the right time to do so.
He doesn't know when's the right time to do something. Okay. Awesome. Let's make a personal connection in your life. Okay. Has there ever been a time in your life? I just want to show up hands. Put your hands up if this applies to you. Where you have done something like that, like hitting another kid in front of a teacher, where you knew it was wrong,
What about
but you did it anyway. I'm gonna put my hand up for that. I've done that. I knew something was wrong, and I did it anyway.
What if okay, arguing, like you say that you know you shouldn't say it.
Yeah. Okay. Same thing. Awesome. Okay. Bring in the side conversations. Remember, we're in whole group right now. So most of us just put our hands up. So we've all done something that we knew it was wrong. We did it anyway, just like Richard Wright did. Someone tell me, do you think that makes him a bad person? Corin?
I don't think it do. I just think he don't think about the consequences or just what happened.